Already at the start, the finalists for the women's pairs, surprisingly minus Canada's defending world champions Darcy Marquardt and Jane Rumble, eliminated in the semi-finals.
And there's such a lot of pressure, I think, on this German pair that we could see there in lane one. Elke Hippler and her teammate Nicole Zimmermann. I would say Germany's going to be hard pushed to win a gold medal at this championships, but this is one of the events they can do it, and they're up against these two great pairs from Eastern Europe, the Belarusians and Romanians. So make no mistake, if Germany's going to win a gold, this is one of the events that they have to dominate it.
Pretty straightforward start there, but Georgieta Damian and Viorica Suzanu, they're just training a little bit, just finding their rhythm. But as you said, Martin, they're only 31 years of age, and what they've achieved already is just amazing. And coming back in this pre-Olympic year, they have already qualified. All the crews have qualified a boat for their countries, along with the United States and Canada. Very disappointing. It was a great B final. The United States, they got the better of the argument. That was Portia McGee and Anna Mikkelsen over Darcy Marquardt and Jane Rumble. And I suppose if there is consolation, it is that both of those countries know that they've got a boat through to Beijing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll tell you what, I mean, this is a fantastic first 500 by the Australians. I think they're one of the best technical crews here. I've seen shots of them on the catch, and the timing of their blades is just absolutely perfect. But another thing here, David, is that the three pairs on this side are all racing in the women's eights. And, you know, I think this close to the Olympics, I'd just question whether that's a sensible decision, because the pairs on the far side, well, they're just concentrating on this event, and you don't know whether it's going to cost doing those extra races. I think women's rowing doesn't quite yet have the same depth as men's rowing, but at the moment those Australians have set up a fantastic pace and completely dominating this event so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, I take your point, Martin, but they are used to doubling up. But it is, as you rightly said, Kim Crowe and Sarah Cook. Kim Crowe from Melbourne, Sarah Cook from Canberra. And they're giving a real workout to this field, because the advantage is extending now. And you can see on the near side, Germany, then Romania, then three from the top there. There's Belarus, and then two away, Juliet Hay and Nikki Coles for New Zealand. And right on the far side, the Chinese duo of Zhang and Zhao. And in terms of medals, well, everybody's still very much in with a chance, but the Australians trying to make this a pillar to post.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think the way they're rowing in front of the Belarusians, who actually beat them in the semi-final and posted the fastest time. But look, you know, they've got 3 lengths now on the Romanians, the Olympic champions, and they're rowing fantastically well, and that's a tribute. Sarah Cook's only come into the sport in 2005. I think she originally came from athletics, and the Australians have got such a great system. They can take these talented women and just teach them to row so well. But Elke Hippler, well, she is a fantastic racer, and she's going to hang in there in front of this home crowd to see if she can get that vital gold for the Germans.
Yeah, this German partnership, Elke Hippler from Hanover, Nicole Zimmermann from Rostock, and both have World Championship gold medals from previous years, most particularly with the German 8 in 2003. And it is the Australians. Interesting about Sarah Cook, she's got a terrific little ambition. Her sister Emma also rows, and the two of them, well, they're hoping that they could represent Australia at the 2012 Olympics in the same boat.
Yeah, I think that would be a great story. I mean, that would be a fantastic boat to watch. But the way they've rowed, I mean, that lead of 3 seconds over Germany is a superb lead to have. And I guess now the business end of the race, this is the third 500 metres, because if they can keep that pace going, if they can keep their length and just take a lead of 2.5 seconds into the last 500 metres, then they've got it made. But looks like things are closing up.
Indeed they are, and Julia Bischik and Natalia Helak on the far side there, just beginning to threaten perhaps Germany for the silver medal position. And also you can see Georgieta Damian and Viorica Suzanu coming into this. They, as I said, they've got 7 gold Olympic medals between them. They've actually got 10 World Championship golds as well. And remember, this is their comeback season. So a little bit like Rubiana Nekova, if they can get a decent result and give themselves a platform, they'll know what they have to do next year, building up to another Olympic challenge.
Absolutely, but this is fantastic, the way the field's closing up for the Australians. I wouldn't like to be Cook and Crowe just sitting and watching the the field coming back to me. The Belarusians absolutely look to have a complete shove on their finish. I mean, tremendously talented, these two women. They're great world-class scullers in doubles. They can turn their hand to rowing and sculling, so they're really talented. And you know, they've got their bows ahead of the Romanians. They're not looking out the boat, but I bet they feel that they're really working well, and they know they're coming back into this race with 500 to go.
Yes, they've always been silver and bronze medalists, as they were in the Olympics. They were bronze medalists in the pair, but the gold has eluded them so far. And now, as you said, Sarah Cook and Kim Crow coming into the last quarter, and they've got to have eyes to the left and eyes to the right. Elke Hippler, Nicole Zimmermann, as we come in front of the grandstands now, you can feel that German crowd trying to get behind this partnership to try and urge them on to that gold medal. And the Australians, you can see in their body language there, the shoulders are just beginning to move. They're coming under tremendous pressure from both their left and their right. And Belarus on the far side, this is going to be a three-way go very shortly, and don't rule out the Romanians, who are also close enough to snatch a medal.
Yeah, I mean, this is just fantastic finish from Elke Hippler. She's tracked the Australians all the way down. This is Elke Hippler and Zimmermann going for gold. Make no mistake, this is their move, but Belarus on the far side.
Up to 37 strokes a minute, likewise the Romanians, as we come into the final 250 metres. Yulia Bishik and Natalia Helak, they've won silver and bronzes aplenty, but never a gold. And on the near side, Germany, bow to bow between those two. The Australians coming under real pressure, and their steering's going awry here, Martin.
Yeah, it can often happen in the last part of the race. You kind of shut your eyes, you hope the boat goes straight, and then it actually goes over one of the buoys, and you just have to hope your blade doesn't clip it or something like that.
And you sense the concern on their faces. Meanwhile, Belarus on the far side, they are in command now. Australia just catching in there. Kim Crow, and the boat's almost brought to a stop, and that's let Romania into third place. On the near side, we've got Germany now. Romania really on the charge. They're after the silver medal, but I think they've got a little bit too much to do. But no worries for Belarus. This is finally going to be the moment for Natalia Helak and Yulia Bishik. Going to cross the line as world champions in the women's pairs. Germany take the silver, and it is Romania the bronze. And the Australians, well, they're going to be disappointed, Martin, only fourth.
See Sarah Cook, she smashed the water there. Absolute disappointment, missed out on the medal, but take nothing away from the Belarusians.
Earn themselves a very special gold medal. Romania, a promising return to the world stage. New Zealand, far too much to do in the last 500 metres. Well, plenty may fancy their chances in this category next year, but that's a second gold medal for Belarus.